Hello everybody, Dawn Chorus here. Hope you're well. Just a quick reminder really to everybody that still eats birds' eggs. They are, in fact, if you don't know, and you probably don't, otherwise you won't be eating them, they're birds' ovums. They're female birds' ovums. They're like periods. They're part of a reproductive cycle, and they come out of her bum, well, her cloaca, which is technically a bum, which is where her poo and wee comes from. And they're unfertilised eggs. It just takes a male to fertilise them, and then they become babies. I mean, look it up. It's all on the internet. It's not just me going mad. It's all there. So look it up. There are lots of egg substitutes if you really must eat egg, like some mentalists. I don't know if you know this, but with factory farming, when they make the birds' eggs, they burn their beaks off so they can't bite each other. They starve them. They keep them in locked up sheds full of thousands of other birds with the space of an A4 piece of paper to move around in, standing in their own ammonia, which burns their legs, and they can't stand anymore, so they have to sit in it. And you've got to ask yourself, is this normal behaviour? And then answer yourself, no, it isn't. You're paying for that every time you have eggs. Would you climb up a tree, go in a bird's nest and steal a robin's ovum? What about a blackbird? What about an eagle's ovum? There's lots of different birds, kestrel's ovum, falcon's ovum. Birds are lovely, be kind to them. Even the ones we factory farm, they're beautiful sentient beings that can feel pain, fear and can suffer. A sparrow's ovum, a pigeon's ovum, so be nice to them. Stop taking their periods away and eating them while they're enslaved in cages for hours on end, days and days of windowless sheds. A goldfinch's period. Would you do that? A mallard's period? Would you do that? You wouldn't, would you? It's all a bit weird, isn't it? Yet we do eat the discarded ovums from hens and turkeys and chickens, don't we? Because we're told to, because we're told that they're good for us and that we'll thrive on them, they're a great source of protein. But what they don't say is that they're really bad for you. What they can actually do is severely increase your risk of heart disease and cancer. So it's probably best to leave them alone, really. Stop eating bird periods if you can help it. It's just a bit weird. Normally in the wild, chickens are meant to lay about 12 eggs a year, one a month. They're forcefully impregnated and selectively bred, fed full of chemicals and antibiotics, and they're made to produce over 300 a year, which makes them sick. It gives them osteoporosis, brittle bone disease. Poor egg pumping machines, these poor birds, and it takes a hell of a lot of calcium out of these chickens. What would be best is if the eggs are fed back to those hens to replace the lost calcium. But no, you stick it on your breakfast, don't you? You dip soldiers in it, as a very strange tradition. Dip your period soldiers, don't you? That's what you do. If you step back from yourself and just think, what the hell am I doing with my life? You realise it's actually very, very weird that you eat bird ovums. I know they taste good, I know they do, but it still doesn't make it right, does it? Cannibals claim that eating human flesh tastes nice, but you wouldn't do it, would you? Not moral, is it? So next time you have an egg, just remember what you're paying for. Period.